Hello and welcome to the chapter 1 review pre-algebra, and in chapter 1 we covered arithmetic and all that. So this is just a quick review of all the topics we covered. I have lessons on each topic and those go much more in depth, and they're all in playlist pre-algebra. So if you want in-depth lessons on the topics, go check those out. This is just a quick review of all those lessons combined. So, in our first lesson, we did addition. And we focused on two laws, mainly the commutative law and the associative law. So, the commutative law states that if you have any two numbers a and b, a plus b equals b plus a. Okay, so you forgot these numbers are variables and they can change values, so we're representing any arbitrary number. You know, it can represent 500, it can represent pi, it can represent 1, -3 million, -3 million. So it can represent any number. So a plus b equals b plus a for the commutative law. That's just basically what we got there. A plus b is b plus a, so you flip around two numbers. So as an example, let's look at, as things are clearing. So as an example, let's take a look at, 532 plus 235. 532 plus 235 is 767. 235 plus 532, flip around the order of the numbers, is 767. So you can see it works. You can try it with other numbers. It works. Alright, so for the associative law, we had three numbers. And basically we're saying that if a plus b, in parentheses, which we had first, plus c, equal to a plus b plus c, if we add those two first. So, if you do another example, for example, let's just use small numbers, 1, 2, and 3. So 1 plus 2 first, plus 3, 3 plus 3, which is 6. And then 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 5, also 6. So, yep, that definitely works. So those are the two laws of addition. Now, I'm going to take a look at multiplication. And multiplication is also commutative and associative, so those same things work with multiplication as well, but multiplication had another unique property that does not apply to addition, called the distributive property. So the distributive property basically states that if you have a number a, b, and c, a times b plus c equals ab plus ac, which basically means that a times b plus c added together is a times b plus a times c. So it's kind of like, the a distributes to the b and the a distributes to the c. That's why it's called the distributive property. So, like if I have 5 times 4 plus 2, then if I calculate the parentheses first, 5 times 6, 30. Then if I do the distributive property, 20 plus 10 is 30. So yeah, the distributive property is another easier way to calculate it. Sometimes it's easier. And this property also works in reverse. So if you have this, like 20 plus 10, you can make it 5 times 4 plus 2. That also works in reverse, which is pretty cool. So next topic we covered is negation. And negation, we just covered a couple things like, negative numbers in general, and what's the negation of a negation, which you figured out was positive, and all that stuff. So like if we have 6, the negation is -6, and basically the negation of a number is the additive inverse. So you add the negation of a number to the number and it becomes 0. So that is the negation of a number, the definition, and the negation of a negation, or a negative number in general. Like if you have -6, you can add 6, and 6 is the negation of -6. So that's 0. And now, one thing that you have to know, negative numbers are not always negative, as we saw here. Like, this is still a negative number. Like, if you negate something, it's the opposite. So if you negate a positive number, it's a negative number. If you negate a negative number, it's a positive number. So negation does not always result to a negative number. So that is just a fair warning. So don't be fooled if like you have a negation of a negation, because that's a positive. The next thing we covered is subtraction. And subtraction is basically, adding a negation. So if you have two numbers, A and B, subtraction is A plus the negation of B, and it's equal to A minus B. So, you can do a lot of things with this. Like, if you subtract a number to itself, like 6 minus 6, that's 0, because 6 plus minus 6, and we covered that these are additive inverses, negations. So that's 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 6 is -6. We did all that stuff. Subtraction is not commutative. It's not associative. Like if I put 6 minus like 0, 0 minus 6, see, it's not commutative. These are not the same. 6 and -6 are not the same. They are additive inverses. So subtraction is not commutative. It's not associative. Nothing like that. So next topic we did is reciprocals, and reciprocals is basically like negation except at from a multiplication point of view. So if you have two numbers A and B, A times 1 over B is 1. So A times 1 over A is 1. Sorry. So if you have a number A, so like 4 times 1/4 is 1. You can find a reciprocal by literally just flipping the numerator and the denominator. So 4 over 1, which is 4. Flip the numerator. Flip the whole fraction. So the numerator becomes the denominator becomes the numerator. So the reciprocal of 4 over 1 is 1 over 4. So the reciprocal, so you can check. 4 times 1/4, that's 1. So, and 0 does not have a reciprocal, because 0 times anything is 0. And 0 times, you can't multiply something by 0 and get 1. So 0 does not have a reciprocal. So yeah, don't get confused by that. And last but not least, we have division. And division is basically multiplying. So A divided by B is A times 1 over B. So we're multiplying A by the reciprocal of B. And this is why you can't divide by 0, because if B is 0, B has no reciprocal, so you can't perform the division, because B has no reciprocal. So, yeah. So B has no reciprocal, you can't perform the division. You can't divide by 0. Then, so basically, you can do some stuff like this. Like, divide a number by itself, that's 1. Divide a number by itself, it's 1. Divide a number by 1, it's that number. Divide 1 by that number, and it's a reciprocal of that number. And that's just basic properties. So again, division is not commutative, it's not associative, as we saw here. 6 divided by 1 is not equal to 1 divided by 6. So division is not commutative, not associative. So that's chapter 1 review. Hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, we went very fast. So make sure you check out other lessons for more in-depth coverage on all these topics. Thanks for watching.